So in this video we're going to look at flooding in Blandford Forum. Blandford sits on the River Stour. River Stour coming in over here. And there are a few reasons why Blandford has a flooding problem. And these generally occur upstream. We've got problems related to the natural environment. The soils are clays. This is impermeable. Therefore, water cannot infiltrate. Because the water cannot infiltrate, there is more overland flow, more runoff. The water gets more quickly to the River Stour. And that means that the peak discharge is higher. And because the peak discharge is higher, there's more likely to be flooding in Blandford. We also have some human problems upstream. A human problem occurring upstream is farming. Much of the area upstream at some point was probably forested, but now those forests have been cut down. Thus all those important flood prevention services provided by trees, such as interception, securing of soil, and encouraging infiltration. These services have also disappeared. Because of that, water tends to get to Blandford more quickly. Here I'll draw in Blandford. Blandford largely on the north side of the river. This is the main sort of populated historic part of Blandford. Now it has a problem also with flooding because the floodplains on the side are relatively narrow, so it tends to have a lot of flooding occurring in the area. This can go into the town. Obviously it floods people's houses, it floods businesses. The local government, the national government, has to do something about this, and they have done. One of the things they've done is they built a flood wall. Flood wall not terribly high, but flood wall designed to trap water in a car park area that can later be pumped out. So here we've got a flood wall, then here we have a pumping station. Here's the flood wall. The pumping station will take water from here and pump it downstream. It will then re-enter the river downstream. This means that the likelihood of flooding in Blandford is reduced. This isn't the only thing that they do though. On the other side of the river, they have an industry. It's actually a brewery. If this area gets flooded, it's obviously a big problem. People may lose their jobs, the business will lose money. To protect this, a flood bank has been installed. Here we also see the importance of planning in defending Blandford. In this area, next to the flood bank, people may have wanted to build over here, but you're not allowed to. This area is maintained as recreational land, it's park, area for sports fields maybe. Well, when the river is flooding, this becomes a washland. So if the River Stour is flooding, it'll fill up this area to the north of the river, and some of the water will be pumped out downstream, but the river is also able to flood this area of washland. It'll spread across here and soak in, so there'll be infiltration that actually gets rid of some of the water, and any damage it causes here will be limited, because if it flooded to the north, it would have flooded houses, businesses, but down here it's just going to flood a parkland, so you can't play football that week, nowhere to walk your dog, but the water will sink in, gradually make its way back to the river over a longer period of time, but the industry and the town have been protected.